Yo, welcome to the dojo. It is Bensei Sama here today to give you guys a One Piece chapter discussion over 1035. So let's forget all the formalities. Let's skip over that. Let's dive right into this because there's a lot to unpack here and there's just a lot to talk about. So first and foremost, I love the chapter, right? I love the chapter. But there are a couple of things that just have me like, really? So, first and foremost, let's just start at the beginning. Sanji defeated Queen, okay? And now we're in a similar situation this week as we were last week. I remember, or 2 weeks ago, whenever that chapter ended, you know, a lot of people were discussing if Sanji or Queen were going to be defeated. Or, I mean, if Queen was actually going to be defeated from those attacks, or from that attack that Sanji did. And now, this week, I think that there's less room for discussion because, this man got his wing cut off. This man got his sword cut, and it looks like he got his arm cut. Zoro did this man dirty, okay? He did him dirty. He did a triple flying dragon blaze with Conqueror's coat. Oh, it's just nasty. It's disgusting, but we'll get into that a little bit later, right? So, Sanji actually defeated Queen. He sends him, the kick was so ferocious, it was so nasty. This man, Sanji, did a sweet chin music to Queen. He knocked his teeth out. The man is flying, his arm is gone. He's knocked out. He's out of there. Now, the thing that has me a little perplexed about all of this, right, is just how it happened and how quickly it happened. If you guys remember, just go all the way back to whenever the Flying Six were introduced, whenever we were trying to figure out all of the matchups. I said that I feel like these fights were going to be very similar to Dressrosa, especially with seeing how the anime is adding in their own little stuff. So, as I've said before, Oda's pretty much the storyboarding. Now, and I said the exception to these were going to be Sanji, Zoro, and then however the fight concludes with Big Mom and Kaido. And obviously, that's pretty much dumbed down to Kid and Big Mom, or Kid, Law, and Big Mom, and then Luffy versus Kaido. And however else we're going to figure that out, right? So, those are the main combatants on our side. Right? So everyone else is just, it's just one chapter fights. And if you remember those Dressrosa fights, they were resolved quickly. They were done quick. Okay? And I can't help but feel like I haven't been given the best showing of Queen and King's abilities. Now, with Sanji, right? Sanji got all of these different things, and what I felt should have been highlighted the most, as far as all of these Zoans, the Zoan fruit users' abilities, if they're awakened, or they should be awakened, they should have some type of greater control, and then they're ancient Zoans, so they're a step above regular Zoans, so they should already have greater physical attributes, greater durability. I felt like there should have been a bigger emphasis on how their attacks were shallow, kind of like with Kaido. So Luffy is acknowledged, my attacks were shallow, and then he gets Conqueror's coating. Then he's able to do more, right? After already training his Rio. Now with Zoro, there was something, the defense was talked about a little bit, how he couldn't get through King's defenses, so on and so forth, right? So I'm not saying it wasn't touched on, but was that just because it was King's defenses, or was that because King was a Zoan? Was that because King is an awakened Zoan? The same with Sanji. We saw that Sanji was attacking Queen a lot, but there wasn't an emphasis. There wasn't like it didn't seem like Sanji was thinking to himself and that, he was overcoming the the defenses of Queen. It just seemed like, yo, he got all of this good stuff because of the raid suit. You know, the secondhand effects of the raid suit. You know, Sanji getting the exoskeleton, then Sanji getting an improved Diabo Jambo because he has the exoskeleton. He can withstand hotter temperatures, and then the speed and his armament hockey training. I'm assuming that happened whenever Luffy and Zoro were training, but Oda just neglected to show us that. Oda just wanted to show that Sanji was packing lunches for everybody, right? So I'm gonna assume that happened then, and maybe throughout the course of the New World, right? Regardless, I would have liked to see more of an emphasis on that and have Sanji overcome the defenses, overcome how durable these ancient Zoans are. Okay? Zoro kind of did that. He did that. But once again, we don't know if it's just because, is it because King is a Lunarian? Is it because King is an ancient Zoan? Is it a combination of both? We don't know. And it's left for interpretation. So you know, the fight starts off with Zoro saying, oh, I need to figure out what race he is so that I can defeat him. And then we kind of shifted away from that. I mean, Zoro asked him about it briefly. You know, he asked, oh, what kind of race do you have to be for the government to give somebody 100 million berries just for them telling them about your existence. Okay? So we kind of deferred away from that. And once again, it was there, but the execution behind it was just a little is a little iffy. And these fights were done pretty quickly. They were done, and I understand that the Straw Hats are getting stronger. I understand all of that. But is Kaido gonna be the only awakened Zoan in his crew? Or like, will we ever get confirmation on if King, Queen, Jack, and Kaido or other members of the crew were awakened, like Ulti, right? You know, we don't know if Ulti is awakened or not, but all of us want to assume so. Because she got up from a Yonko's attack. She got up from Big Mom's huge attack that just pierced her, went through her all the way. So I guess I want to know if King and Queen are awakened, and you know, maybe we can clarify that in the comment section down below. Maybe we can discuss that. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. I kind of figured that the fight was gonna be done with the Sanji and with Sanji and Queen. I just didn't. I really didn't know. I didn't know, and I didn't want to speak on it until I got confirmation. But like I said, with this Zoro stuff, King is done. There is no room for interpretation. The man got sliced down. He got put down, okay? He got put down. Another interesting thing about this chapter is we see Kaido and King meet, and it seems that they were in Punk Hazard or some research facility. I'm assuming that it was going to be Punk Hazard because that's where all of the nasty stuff is done. It's the New World. A lot of people don't know about it, so on and so forth. And Kaido gets King, and we see kind of like the meeting. It's something similar to the meeting with Roger and Rayleigh, where, you know, King asked Kaido, can he change the world? And Kaido's like, yo, I'm the only one that can. It just seemed the parallel was there. It was a nice moment. I like that. And then, you know, Kaido pretty much just dissed King's name. It's like, yo, that name is not worthy of someone of your stature. You need to be called King. You are a young king, all right? So that was pretty dope, seeing that meeting between them. Albeit it was pretty short. I still liked it though. It was nice seeing a young Kaido. He seemed a lot more he seemed a lot more charismatic. He was a lot younger. I guess that's what it is. Now he's just menacing. He's just a beast. And back then he still kind of he still was a little wet behind the ears, it seemed like. But still, nonetheless, menacing, nasty. And King says something about Kaido wanting to be the king of the pirates, or Kaido is going to be the king of the pirates. And that was nice to see another subordinate of an antagonist, you know, say that in that manner. Because it seems like the only people that we see say this about being the king of the pirates, or the only people, or the only person that really has the ambition to be the king of the pirates, is Luffy. And then the Straw Hats. The Straw Hats say, you know, repeatedly throughout the course of the series that Luffy is going to be the man to become the Pirate King. So I like this little, you know, just this little sprinkling of King acknowledging that Kaido does want to be the king of the pirates, and that he believes that he will be the king of the pirates. And that's what inevitably triggers the flashback. So now with Zoro and King, just throughout the entire fight, the choreography has been nice. I really enjoyed what happened like in this chapter. It was dope. And then finally seeing King's appearance was nice as well. Oda, you know, out of all the goofy designs that he does have, right, with the first mates and the right hands, that was, oh my God, they are all beautiful. They are all beautiful. I will say the King's is probably my favorite so far. Like the braid and the long white hair, the tattoo on the eye, and then just the whole ample down jailer get up. It's nice. It's pretty. It is pretty damn drippy. Pretty nice. Okay. And also, there's no more discrepancy on, is Jack the right hand because of what they said back in Zou. Kaido clearly calls King his right hand man, and then a couple of weeks ago with that beautiful chapter, or with that beautiful color spread, I don't think that there was any room for debate, and I don't think that there should have been any room for debate at all, because it's like, okay, listen, if you're the first commander, you're pretty much the right hand man of, you know, the Yonko, or of the captain, right? Like, we don't have to go into that any longer. And I hope people finally put that to rest. Okay, Jack is not the right hand man. He never was. I think it was more so of them. They called him one of the right hand mans of Kaido, or the right hand man of Kaido, because he is one of the calamities. Okay, but the right hand man is King. Zoro has the nice little hockey trail that we saw from Roger, and that we saw from Whitebeard, and that we have seen from Kaido. And man, let me tell you, when this dude jumped in the air again with the flying dragon blaze, and he said it, you know, he said it differently this time, and once again, it's a Santoryu, not a Itoryu. So it was beautiful. Okay, this was beautiful. I cannot wait to see this get animated. When this gets animated, it is going to be disgusting. It is going to be disgusting. I can just imagine all the OSTs are just gonna go away whenever Zoro jumps in the air. It's gonna be silent. Okay, all you're gonna hear this man doing is his incantation for his attack, and it's gonna be done. Now, I don't know how to feel about this. Should I feel some type of way because Ashura wasn't used, or like, you know, what? How do I feel about that? And I know the naysayers are gonna be like, "Oh, ZKK is dead. ZKK is done. It's over with." Zoro cuts King's attack in half. King made this big flying, or this big flame dragon. He cuts that in half, or he cuts it completely. It's done. He dismembers it, and then goes on to dismember King. And I like that Zoro and Sanji dismembered the calamities. Okay, the respective calamities that they faced. That was nice. That was very nice. It was a nice touch. So now that gets me thinking that, hey, if they're getting dismembered, then what's gonna happen to Kaido? Because you guys know, I think that Kaido has to die. He has to get out of here. He got to get packed up. He got to go. We can talk about who's gonna do it later. I still think that there will be some type of confrontation with Zoro, with Kaido, in conjunction with Luffy. It's not just gonna be Zoro and Kaido, okay? But I don't know, maybe I'm just holding out hope on that. Maybe I'm delusional. I guess we're gonna see next year. I guess we're gonna see later on, when, you know, whenever that happens. But this is nice. This is a very, very good chapter of One Piece. Man, this was just a good chapter. This was a good chapter. Zoro is just flexing this Conqueror's Haki coding, and I gotta see what Mihawk can do. I gotta see what Mihawk can do based off of all of this, right? So, you guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Write down in the comment section below, do you think that Zoro is out of commission? Is Zoro out of the picture now? Is he gonna do more? Is he gonna do more? And then I guess now all we got is Law and Kid versus Big Mom, and then Luffy, and however Luffy's gonna deal with Kaido. We gotta see it. We gotta see it. Okay? So I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great Friday, a great weekend. I am gonna go see Spider-Man tomorrow. Okay? And you know, maybe we'll be able to talk about that amongst the boys in a stream. But hope you guys have a good day. Peace out.